Hi there, it's Pastor Greg again. You're watching Transforming the World. We're in the middle of a study from a book called The Disciples' Journal. And this particular week, we're taking a look at the topic of diligence. Diligence, the Christian characteristic of diligence. From the world's perspective, diligence can be a reward. You know, when you are diligent at work, you get rewarded for your labors. The lazy people usually end up being let go, but the diligent worker is the one that the employers appreciate the most. There's questions, though, that direct this whole study of diligence to a spiritual perspective. I want you to look at question number 8 in the Disciples' Journal here. Do I feel that diligent people are happier than lazy people? So what do you think? Do people who work hard seem happier to you? And of course, an even better question is this. Is hard work a mark of diligence? Let's take a look at that today. Is hard work a mark of diligence? We'll explore that topic today on Transforming the World. I'll be back in just a moment. Doing something, though, steadily, without failing, without quitting, and doing it to the best of your ability, though, does not necessarily mean that you work at a frantic, breakneck speed. Because you can be a very diligent person and not necessarily be some kind of a Tasmanian devil who's just in a tornado and a hurricane, knocking things over just to get things done. That does not necessarily mean that you are diligent. The diligent man or woman will make every effort to follow through on everything that they start, and that requires self-discipline. Here's the point I'm trying to make. Diligence, self-discipline, that requires a goal or a vision, if you will, of what somebody hopes to accomplish with all of their work and all their effort. And keeping that vision in mind helps them stay focused and helps them stay on task, even when the task at hand is tedious or quite laborious. But here's the strange truth. People without a vision or an objective in life, they might be able to throw themselves into something, but without that objective or goal in mind, most of the time they're very unhappy. This is true. King Solomon says in Ecclesiastes 9:10, he said, "Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with your might." That is, whatever you do it to the best of your ability. And then Jesus comes along and says, "Blessed is the servant whom his master, when he comes, will find him doing so, and not caught in idleness." That's Matthew 24:46. So Jesus expects responsibility and conscientiousness from us. He emphasizes this again in Luke 16:12. He says, "And if you have not been faithful in what is another man's, who will give you what is your own?" And then he says, "He who is faithful in what is least is faithful also in much. And he who is unjust in what is least is also unjust in much." That's verse 10 of Luke 16. In other words, if you're not serious about small responsibilities, how will you be given greater ones? The point is this. Here's the point. Hard work is not always a measure of diligence. In fact, I would go on to say that those who do not think ahead or plan ahead inevitably will work harder because of a lack of diligence. They put off their work until the last minute. It is the diligent worker who looks ahead and plans ahead and thinks ahead. It is the diligent Christian who has this goal in their life to become a disciple maker, to grow in their faith to the point where they could come alongside somebody and help that person grow in their faith. If that's the goal in mind, then you work toward it. You don't have to necessarily do it frantically and in haste, but that's the goal you're working toward. That's the vision that you have. And you steadily, methodically, and without quitting, work toward that goal. So, one more thought about diligence tomorrow. We'll kind of summarize the week when we return. My name is Pastor Greg. You've been watching Transforming the World.